This video will be about creating your own pages in Moxie Present, more so the basic things that you can do. I'll do another video that has more advanced features, but I wanted to break them apart. That way, if you just wanted to do something simple and easy, we could have a video for that. And then if you really wanted to dive in and just see what your limitations were with this tool, we do a more advanced version. So I'm in Moxie Present, and I can just go right up to my library. It's going to show me all my current pages, and then I can just do create page. I have two options. One is just to upload a PDF page. So say you're really comfortable in Canva, you like doing your marketing pieces in Canva, that's fine. Do it in Canva and then you can just upload it here as a PDF file. Or maybe you like working with marketing because, doing marketing is just not your skill set. You would rather work with our marketing concierge service and get a really nice piece developed. That's what they're there for. They can send you a PDF of that and then you can just upload it here. If you want to use Moxie Present, that's what this video is going to be about. And we're going to just go over some of the basic features right here by selecting Build Page. When we do build page, the first thing it's going to ask is a layout to get started. Now we can of course change this as we go, but I really want to point out right here, web view versus print portrait view. So this is really important because the first thing you need to think about is this going to be a web view, a dynamic newsletter maybe that I'm going to send out in email form? Or am I creating a piece that I want to print out and maybe leave at a house or something like that? So just think through if you want it to be web view or PDF view first. You can copy it over into the other view, but you can just see right here that the layout's just a little bit different because this is more of a portrait and web view is more of a landscape. And then we have a bunch of different options here. I can just have one blank page where maybe I put in a testimonial tree widget that's going to take over the whole page, or maybe I just want a video and that's it for that page. That's fine. But then if I want to maybe do a newsletter, I might want something like this where I can have a nice header and then I can kind of break down the page into what you would typically see a newsletter look like. So we're going to select this one. I'm going to keep it in web view because I like the dynamic aspect of things, and I'm going to click create. So right here we can see we can save it easily. We can toggle in between web and print portrait. And then over here to the right, I have my layout options here where it's going to show me I can show a header or footer. I want this to be medium. You don't necessarily need to touch this that much. And it's going to ask me to save. We can also change our layout. It's going to make sure that we're sure, and it's just going to come right back here where we can change it to where we were. And then I can say copy to print portrait version. Once I've made my web, I want to see how it looks in print portrait. I can copy it over and then maybe make a few tweaks just to make sure it fits right. And then of course I can always upload a PDF here as well. So right now we have our three squares, and you can see that there's 4 options. So we're going to look at the text option first. And here, if I just say Christmas newsletter 2022, I can come in here and I can say I want this to be extra large and centered is my top. Maybe this can be a little bit smaller. So I'm just changing the text right here. Line height, you're going to have your single versus, your double. And then source, I'm not going to go into too much, but basically every web page has this source background where you can embed stuff and all of that mumbo jumbo computer stuff that you really don't need to know. And the good thing is that Moxie Present actually just allows you to have buttons where you can embed videos, so you don't really need to ever go into the back side of this web page. But that's kind of what it looks like in computer language. We don't really ever need to go into the source, but they always make it available. We have our typical bold, italicized, underline, our colors. So say I wanted this in our Allen Tate red. So how I did that is I'd highlight this. I'd come over here and I'm going to do more colors. Then I could just select red, but you see it's going to populate down here and it's going to have a place to put my hex number in, which is just something that colors do. So our burgundy is hashtag or pound sign 8B0E04. And I'm just going to click enter. And there we have it, our Allen Tate red. I'm going to bold it. I could also italicize or underline. Here's where I can align it, and then I can even do some bullet points here. And then I have my attach a URL. So if I have a URL, say I want to attach my, check what your home is worth, I can just put that in there. Boom. I mean, I would not want to do that for any reason, but then it would be attached right there. And so that's kind of the basics that you can do with text.